So Robert, Micho named his squad yesterday. Were there any surprises from that side that he selected?
Yes, Joel, there were surprises. The final 18 players that Micho named, most of them you could say are attack-minded players. Micho had sort of built a reputation of being a defensive-minded coach, but he seemed to have evolved over the years. Last month he took an attack-minded side to Sudan, and he managed to beat Sudan 2-0 in Khartoum. That was in the CHAN qualifier, the final qualifying round. This time round is also named an attack-minded side. 4 strikers, lots of attacking midfielders there, but it's the 4 strikers, Joel, whom we shall concentrate on.
All right.
Geoffrey Massa, who will captain the team. He scored 25 goals for the Cranes. He's a season campaigner, and we expect him to start tomorrow. But the question is Micho going to pair him with Brian Omonya, as he's been doing throughout, the 2017 AFCON qualifiers? That's something that remains to be seen.
All right, let me just take you back to Geoffrey Massa, who will be, of course, the captain of the Cranes side in Lome. We've seen him in his last 2 home games here at Nambole being very prolific in front of goal. Do you think he will export this kind of form to Lome?
Yeah, and that's the biggest problem with Massa, Joel. He seems to score all his goals here at home. When he leaves Uganda, he seems to be something else. He kind of struggles, and but he's a must-have in the team. He's a big striker. He's going to attract these defenders, and we know West Africans are pretty big, so you will need his size to kind of bulldoze these West African defenders. But also the other options that Micho has, Joel, if we may look at them there, he has Diego Hamis Kiza, who has been firing on all cylinders in the Tanzanian top flight league. Yeah, he scored 8 goals in 6 games. There was a clamor for him to be recalled to the Cranes side. He was recalled. If we may look at his record there for the Cranes, it's not one that covers him in lots of glory. But he seems to also be a player who can lead the line. In case Massa has an off day, he's someone whom the coach can turn to.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And we've talked of strikers. Let's just take a look at the defensive part of this team. Defense. How do you think they're going to line up?
Now,
who should we look at in that back 4?
That back 4, he has quite a number of options. Surprisingly, he did take Ivan Bukenya to Lome with the team. We all thought that Ivan Bukenya has hamstrung, and that
from the Soweto Derby,
yes,
Kaizer Chiefs Pirates.
Precisely. We thought he wouldn't pass, that late fitness test, but he did pass it. Obviously, his height offers a lot. The Togolese are pretty big players, gangly. The physicality, they rely on physicality. And actually, when we lost to them last year, 1-0, the header that Serge Akapko scored was from a corner, and he towered over Isaac Isinde. Now, that's going to be a big kind of question. Do we go with Isaac Isinde, who is our best defender currently, but who is, let's be frank, quite short, Joel. I'm not the tallest of people, but I tower over Isaac Isinde.
He's a tiny man.
Yes, he's a tiny man. So does Micho go with him? Does he pair him with Bukenya? Or does he go with Murshid Juko, who is 6 foot something like Ivan Bukenya? So that's the question. Other is the full-backs, they have locked their places. I think Godfrey Walusimbi, whom we popularly know as Jajawalu, will start on the left, and Dennis Iguma or Dennis Guma will play on the right.
All right, and talking about that defense, they haven't shipped too many goals, looking at their past 3 games or so.
Yes.
Is this a sign of good things to come? Is it a positive outlook on the match in Lome?
Yes, it is, Joel. They say it's a footballing cliche that you build from the back and work your way to the front. It helps a lot that we have a safe pair of hands in Dennis Onyango, who is in the form of his life. The past, AFCON qualifier in Comoros, he saved a penalty, and he brings, he oozes that confidence, and it kind of rubs onto his defenders. He knows, where to point them. He points them in the right direction, and he's a safe pair of hands. So, with defense who are sorted, midfield, there are players who are coming back, the Baba Chizitos, Moses Oloyad. What is he going to do with them? I think But they say the game is won in midfield.
Yes,
So
is.
it will be interesting to see if we gain a foothold of the midfield.
All right.